now is Jörg Rocholl, president of the university behind the study, the European School of Management and Technology. So, thank you very much for coming into the studio. So, what exactly did your study find?
So we looked in detail into the payments that have taken place, where the money came from, where the money went. And we indeed find that most of the money was used to actually transfer risks from private creditors to public creditors. So this means money was used to repay the private creditors by taking more debt that was taken by public creditors.
Well, is this anything new? We've heard before criticism that businesses are the ones that will benefit with all this bailout money going to Greece.
I wouldn't say it's new, but at the same time we were surprised by the fact that actually really figures, accurate figures for a reasonable basis of discussion were not readily available. And this is was the intention behind the study, to actually start this discussion. And we are obviously open for criticism by other researchers to take the basis that we provide, the databases that we provide, to look in more detail into this. But this, in my view, is a very fundamental requirement to really think about the implications for the future debt treatment in Greece.
Well, but a stable society needs stable banks. So how does this affect the man on the street at the end of the day?
That's absolutely right. We need stable banks. At the same time, we also need to make sure that the regulation of the banks is safe. So in particular in Greece, Greek banks had held lots of Greek debt. They held lots of Greek government treasury securities, and these securities were then the problem for the Greek banks. So when there was a real problem with the Greek state, there was a haircut. It also meant immediately that Greek banks got into deep trouble, and this is one of the implications of this study, that we need to have a regulation on how much banks can actually hold in government debt.
Okay, so if this is leaving Greeks worse off, what should have been done in your opinion?
What we argue in this paper is that the implication is that a haircut should have taken place very early on, so that not the situation would arise in which now public creditors actually step in for private creditors, but rather private creditors would have had a loss in the first place.
All right, Jörg Rocholl from the ESMT, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.